welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or not on a brand new foundation that literally just came out. This is the new Morphe Filter Effect foundation. Before we get started, I do quickly want to introduce myself for those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty. I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. And also, please don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, The Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here on YouTube posting, I'm there literally 24/7. You won't want to miss me. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this review because I'm super excited to test out this new Morphe foundation. So I'm just gonna roll up my sleeves and we can get right into this. So, the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, of course, is prime the skin. I already went ahead and moisturized. I used the Summer Fridays Cloud Dew Gel Cream. And now I'm gonna be going in with this Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is the silicone-free primer that does it all. It's a really good primer. I really enjoyed it when I did my wear test of the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. So ever since then, I have been obsessed. It does such a good job of smoothing the skin. Also kind of gives like a nice hydrated soft matte effect to the face. So we have our primer on. Now we're gonna move on to the foundation. I did pick this up in the shade Tan 17. Now this Morphe foundation comes in 40 shades, which I think is amazing. I also think it's pretty cool that they brought it exclusively to Ulta right away because I feel like everybody walks into Ulta, goes into Ulta for stuff. I think what was so cool about this campaign in particular was that Makeup by Shayla was the whole face of this campaign. She is gorgeous. I think it's great that they used a woman of color for the campaign shots, and also the makeup artist and photographer who directed was also a woman of color, which I think is amazing, honestly, that brands are actually taking initiative and action to be more inclusive. So really proud of that. So this is the foundation, as you guys can see right here. It definitely has a nice tint to it. I feel like this will match me perfectly. It feels very lightweight. I think I forgot to mention the price. So this foundation does retail for $20. And in here you do get 0.94 ounces, so a little bit less than standard size. So I'm gonna be taking my Kokie Cosmetics sponge. This is the sponge that I always rave about. So amazing, check it out, Kokie Cosmetics website. You can also use my coupon code, TheMexBeauty, for 25% off your entire order on Kokie Cosmetics website. Okay, so basically this foundation, the Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation, is an oil-free skincare infused foundation that delivers a natural finish for healthy looking skin. It contains hyaluronic acid, which boosts the moisture levels, and vitamin E to deliver antioxidant protection. It is pore blurring to diffuse a look of imperfections. It is a natural buildable coverage, long wearing, sweat proof, and transfer proof. Free of oils, fragrances, and parabens. It's a luxe formula crafted in Italy. Okay, so this is the foundation with one layer, and I have to say it looks very nice, very healthy. You can still see a little bit of my redness, of my like rosacea cheeks right here. It's nothing too severe, but everywhere else where my skin is pretty evened out, it looks great on the forehead, down on the chin. I am gonna build it up a little bit in this area just because I kind of want to see how it builds up, but it definitely does look very, very skin-like, which I definitely appreciate in a product, and you can right away see the difference between having foundation on and not having anything on whatsoever. More. I also love this nice packaging. It comes in this glass container. It has a pump. It honestly looks really good. So let's go ahead and apply a little bit more. I also really love the fact that this foundation just feels really, really creamy and good. It doesn't feel thick or heavy whatsoever. It does give you a very gorgeous, like, natural radiance, as you guys can see right there, like when you first apply it down. I think that medium buildable coverage is really nice for the person who's looking for a skin-like foundation, wants to be able to customize the foundation to their liking and build it up to how they want it, and not so much of them applying the foundation and it being completely a like full coverage intense situation. I also have to say, I think this shade is absolutely perfect for my complexion. So that's a good thing. I will have my shade references down below so you guys can go ahead and compare. Okay, so this is the foundation with 2 layers right in this area. It doesn't look cakey whatsoever. It looks like skin, melts into your skin, it becomes one with the skin. Really like how it applied with the sponge. It didn't absorb too much of the product, which is good. Up here, I didn't apply that much just because my forehead is pretty evened out, so I always go with less product there because I don't really need it. But like, as you guys can see, if you're somebody that does have pretty evened out skin, not many imperfections, it can definitely give you just a very natural skin-like finish with just one light layer, which you guys can see here. So now we're gonna go ahead and apply the foundation with our brush. Now, I don't have the brush that they just came out with, so I'm going to be using my favorite Morphe brush. And that is the Jaclyn Hill 03 brush, the JH03. This one is one of my absolute favorite brushes of all time to apply foundation. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend it. Ooh, this coverage, this pigmentation. I feel like the brush will forever just give you more so of a pigmented effect. I think my very first impressions are that if you want more so of a fuller coverage finish, but still looking like skin, you will definitely really like it with the brush, because I definitely do feel like the brush just gives you that all around full coverage result immediately. It just makes the skin look so good and perfected, but somehow still gives it a very skin-like finish, which I really, really appreciate in a foundation, especially nowadays that we're moving more so into a skin-like foundation finish. This foundation does have a little bit of a scent. It's nothing too crazy, but definitely contains a little bit of a scent. You guys can see with a brush, with a sponge, with this, I'm not building it up anymore because I feel like with one pump, I was able to really get that coverage that I personally like. Just because I do have a lot of redness, I tend to do 1.5 pumps, 2 pumps, just because I want to cover the redness. And this covered the redness immediately with a brush. Now with the sponge, I did have to build it up. So it just really depends on your preference, what type of finish you prefer. If you like something more lightweight, something more natural, sheer looking, then definitely with a sponge you can get away with it. If you like more full coverage, definitely with a brush. But I have to say I'm so impressed with how skin-like this product looks. It doesn't feel like you're wearing a heavy layer of makeup on top of your skin. It just is sitting really nicely. I do want to touch it too to see if it's sticky. It is a little bit sticky. So that's something that's kind of like, It does claim to be transfer proof, sweat proof and all that stuff. I don't know about the transfer proof, honestly, because I just feel like it's hard to make products that are transfer proof, especially once you get to like that 4th, 5th hour and you start to get really oily. Things just transfer no matter what. I also really like the color. I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to match yourself if you have like medium tan olive tones, just because the undertones are so different for everybody. But I feel like this shade, in the shade Tan 17, really impressed with it. Really, really impressed with it. So I like what I'm seeing. It's not settling into any texture or separating on top of anything, so that's definitely always a plus. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is finish off the rest of my makeup, then I'm gonna come back, give you guys my very first thoughts and impressions on how it worked with everything else, and then we can go ahead and start our day for this wear test, because I'm really excited to see if this new Morphe Filter Effect foundation, the Soft Focus foundation, will be worth the buy or not. Okay guys, so I am back. I just finished my entire face of makeup, and right now it is 2:32 p.m. in the afternoon. It's actually a snow day today, so I'm just like gonna be relaxing at home all day editing and just doing some YouTube stuff. So let's talk about the Morphe foundation. What are we thinking? So I think first impressions for me, I really like how it worked with all my products. It worked really, really nicely. Sometimes with certain foundations, you start to apply things on top and it just doesn't sit well. It doesn't look good, it looks cakey, but this foundation looks really nice. I went ahead and concealed with my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, and then I went ahead and just baked right in the under eye, and I had no issues with the powder separating. I also really like how the makeup set. I didn't go ahead and powder the face. I feel like it's set really nicely. My skin doesn't look oily, doesn't look dewy or anything like that. It just looks like skin, and I can always appreciate a good skin moment. And I'm really appreciative of the fact that this shade is matching me pretty well. So I will do an in natural lighting clip so you guys can kind of see how it looks against the natural light. But I have to say Morphe really did that, coming out with 40 shades. And I feel like from what I'm experiencing with this shade, because typically I'll try a shade for me and it'll be too orange. it won't look right, but this was pretty spot on with my complexion. So for that, I am very impressed. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is continue on with the rest of the day for this wear test. I will show you guys that in natural lighting clip, and then I'm gonna come back at the end of the day and give you guys my final thoughts on whether I think this new Morphe foundation is worth your 20 bucks or not. Hey guys, so I am back right now. It is 8:16 p.m. So first things first, this foundation, I definitely have to say, has a very nice natural skin-like finish. It wears like skin, like a second skin almost. I feel like this foundation is fantastic for your everyday makeup look, especially for those people that do like a more natural finish type of makeup consistency. Perhaps if you're somebody that doesn't like to wear too much makeup, but you kind of want something to really give you a nice evened out distribution. Now, if you're somebody that likes to wear a super full coverage makeup look and likes to really have that like done up, flawless, filtered, amazing skin, then I would probably recommend the Huda Beauty Faux Filter over this. Now, I really do like this foundation. I think it looks really nice. Am I a little bit dewy? Yes, I am a little bit dewy right around the nose where I'm expected to be dewy. I want to say it was about probably like 6:30 p.m. when I started to kind of pick up more dew around the nose more than anything, but I do appreciate how it like sunk into my skin. One thing I didn't get to test it for because I didn't go anywhere was the mask. So I'm gonna quickly just kind of put this over my skin and just kind of see how much transfer I get, as if I was wearing a mask. It's actually honestly not that bad. I mean, there's clearly some transfer, but the place where it transferred the most was the nose, where honestly for me, the nose always transfers the easiest. So I would have to say my final thoughts on this foundation are, it is a very nice foundation. I feel like people that love that skin-like foundation are really going to love this. This is definitely an everyday wear foundation. I also feel like if you have oily skin, you will like this. Will you get dewy by the end of the day? Yes, you will. It's not gonna be as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be much more dewy. It's not that bad. So I'm impressed with that aspect of it. I do think this is a great foundation that Morphe came out with. Really applaud them on the 40 shades that they came out with. Really applaud them for working with Shayla and just, you know, really making sure that they target everybody in their audience, not just specific complexions. I think that is so important, and I'm glad that more brands are doing that. So those are pretty much all my thoughts. I hope that this video was super helpful for you guys, because I always like to be as helpful as possible when it comes to my reviews. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy watching this video. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. And I think that being said, don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.